Hello guys, finally this day has arrived. The car is covered with impenetrable paint. I wish you knew how hard it was to implement everything. Let's start with the fact that we turned to the Chicago company of this paint and they agreed to help us. But a few days later, we got a rejection. The paint was over and we had to wait a whole month for it because it comes from China. After that, not a loss, we turned to the Berwyn company that is 240 kilometers from Chicago and they refused as well. There was no paint either. Next, we turned to Naperville, which is already 400 kilometers from Chicago. They agreed to help us, but they again refused without explaining it for no reason. And this is not a barter. We were ready to actually pay. And we don't know why we're denied. Having lost all hope in general, we turned to Santa Fe. This is already 1,700 kilometers from Chicago, and they agreed to help us. After finding the paint, another problem has arisen. How to deliver the car to Chicago. Car carriers, containers, all this did not suit us. Since the delivery time is very, very long, and we chose a different way. Yes, it's very, very expensive, but it has arrived. Why am I saying all this? And actually, despite the fact that this video seems very simple, it turned out to be incredibly complex, and I would really like this video to be watched by as many millions of people as possible. Unfortunately, I can't subscribe myself. I can't give myself a bunch of likes either, and I can't write a bunch of comments neither. But you can do it. Every like, every comment, and every subscription promotes the video as much as possible. I just want to ask you from the bottom of my heart to be as active as possible, and we'll understand we didn't do this in vain for you. Well guys, how do you like our car? Well, in the sense, not a car itself, but the way it is covered. It seems to me that this paint just adds like perhaps $10,000 more to the cost of the car. We deliberately covered it halfway so that you can compare impact on the unprotected part and compare the impact on the protected part. It's just brilliant. Let me show you how it looks on the inside because you have to see it. It's generally undescribable. The first advantage of this paint is that the doors we're covered with this paint do not open. None of them. The second one as well, at all. But in fact, this compartment here is a little flooded. We just asked the guys to pour it out like that, literally, and that's it. But that's okay, let's go to the other side. Here on this side, everything is much more interesting. The door opens. Yes. Not very good, actually, on the inside, but it doesn't matter. Sit down, come on in, if you want to see what it looks like from the inside. Come on in, have a seat. Full pitch black. Light does not go through this paint at all. I mean, here's my hand. There, my hand's no longer visible. The most interesting thing is this. Open the trunk. What would you think? The car is, well...
Not fresh?
Not super fresh.
Something's moving there.
Oh, there is a feature. You need to open it like this. Here, like this. I'll be a good auto reviewer. Actually, this is the problem that we're facing today. It's gas. We're gonna crash a car that runs on gas. I think it's Darwin's award. So, we close it, and in principle, the surprises are over. And the most important thing, guys, is that today we have prepared a number of very cool weapons, among which some of you most likely have not seen, and sure, it will be very interesting for you. And the first weapon we'll be using is a tomahawk. More precisely, we're not interested in the tomahawk, but in this part, that is the hammer. So, let's put on our goggles and give it a powerful hit. Well, I don't know how powerful it will turn out, but I'll try to hit it right. 1, 2, 3. Well, no matter how strong it is, I will say that it's not like tough, but you can already clearly see that there's a good dent here. Well, you won't be able to tell only if you look at it at night. Well, now the side is covered with impenetrable paint. I'll hit it, I'll try it. 1.
I speak for everyone, I'm ready.
2, 3.
can see the dent.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course, it's not as obvious as this one, but the dent's pretty bad.
But you need to take into account here the fact that there's metal here.
Yeah.
Look, this is the place. Yes, but this is only the beginning, in principle. We have something else that's interesting. In fact, this is what we'll turn to now. A hammer is only a light version. Now we'll go for a baseball bat and we'll hit it with the glass. Because there's a very interesting point. The glass is also covered with paint on the other side. That's interesting. Will impenetrable paint turn into bulletproof glass? We'll find out. I hit it progressively, slowly, harder, so it'll be more interesting. Let's go. I thought I'd swing at least. Well, what is
Made of
this?
sugar or what?
Yeah, this is generally some kind of baby talk. Sergey, look out. It's actually kind of nonsense. But it's all nonsense. In short, you have to go there. The most interesting part is there.
You know why I'm not reflecting in this glass?
Because this glass is covered with impenetrable paint. Look, listen, it's like very cool. I will now also beat it progressively. Let's see if it changes somehow at all. Oh, this one, the strength is there, back and forth. What's going on?
It looks like a carpet.
Wait, what the hell? Why didn't it break? It's right there in the paint. Like, it cannot be so.
I don't know why.
Oh, here it is.
I was gonna say, just hit it harder.
Well, now it's falling apart.
This is what it looks like from the inside. As they hit it from the outside. Some kind of bat or something.
It seems to be that we need to go inside anyway. Oh, look, it's torn, Siroga. Let's do it again.
Oh, look at the glass.
Glass coated with penetrable paint is much stronger than ordinary glass. It's true. Well, it was real. It's clearly visible. We have something else that's interesting. A stick and a puck. The guys who play hockey know very well that the puck flies with great speed. I even heard that the puck accelerates up to 200 kilometers per hour, but it must be a hockey player, and we have such an individual. Maksuta, don't be shy. Here's an athlete, our hero. Our shiny knight in armor. Hold on.
In short, it was a long time ago, so don't judge me. I might have forgotten something.
In short, now Maksuta with all your energy. Maksuta with all your energy. Come on, let's go.
Is everyone ready?
I'm ready, come on. Oh, that was nice.
Soryoga, look, there's a really good mark here from the puck.
Oh, yeah?
But the card isn't crushed. So, let's try again. Come on. Harder this time.
When I was playing hockey, I've always had a dream to throw it into the car once. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Ooh. It was really, really good. So, let's move on to the other side and now do the same.
Let's slow down. The only thing I can say is that I'm afraid that it will now bounce back into me, because I know that this paint, it springs well. The pack is just the same, well, almost the same as rubber, so I hope everything goes well. 1, 2, 3.
Listen, when we managed to crush it.
No, there's traces there.
But, you know, it's like, the main thing here, it depends on how you look at it. On one hand, it's like metal and it bends, but on the other hand, we didn't break through the door. So far, we have like such blunt objects. There will be sharper objects ones later on. The first fact is that the puck is rubbery and the thing turns out, well, like rubbery too. And it flies just fine. I'm afraid everything will definitely fight back from the hit right now.
Somehow, I don't really want to hit now. 1, 2, 3.
Listen, but if you compare with that hit, well, on the unprotected part, yes, and here, actually, I would not say that it's the same. Yes, but this is so far childish stuff. Now let's move on to something more interesting. So, we have such a large watermelon, which will not throw off from a great height of 15 meters. We'll throw it on the windshield. It is very interesting to know how the glass, which is covered with impenetrable paint, will be and what ordinary glass will end up like. That is, like, will it break halfway or not break at all? All right, now we'll throw it off and find out. The most important thing is to aim. 1, 2, 3. It was somehow very tough, Sir Ryoga. In short, we broke half of the glass, but, it didn't break directly, That is somehow it crumbled, but it's such a cobweb it has formed. And the second part, as we're caved in, but there is paint. But then in the glass again, well, it's not clear with glass.
Well, this car obviously has weak windows.
Yeah, guys, this is really good. Not bad at all. It didn't work out to hit exactly right in the center, but this glass did break. And the most interesting thing is that if you look from the inside, here as it were, it's kind of broken a little, but this part's completely fine after all. That is, if the paint does not hold back, hits a little, but then again, the paint on the glass did not work very well. We have confirmed this with you.
Oh, well, it works.
The next thing we'll throw is a brick, but we'll not just throw it from a height, but like this. We're independent experts in this. Let's see how this paint can do and if it can withstand anything at all. But I can say that it's much worse than it was on the door. It is, in fact. Let's throw it. 1, 2. Whoa! Shoot! Beautiful, right here. Wow, beauty, right?
It's volume.
It's volumetric.
Guys, do you want to hear something funny?
Is it open?
It doesn't open.
Did you break the lock mechanism?
Oh.
Has been broken. This is what the door looks like, into which they threw a brick without paint. Now let's find out what happened to the paint. Oh.
That's it.
Oh. It's fine.
It's all fine.
The coated side.
So come on, Andre. I'm ready to watch this.
Whoa. It's kind of weak here in general.
After all, the paint really softens with the hit. This is clearly seen in the dents and generally by the way it behaves. And I think that you can see it even better in slow motion. A crossbow, a very, very powerful weapon. I can say this thing hits much more powerful than a bow. And most importantly, the arrow is very sharp, short, and it flies at great speed. The initial speed of this arrow is 64 meters per second. This is a lot more than the area damage is minimal. Loading our crossbow. And everyone should go as far away as possible. Boys, because you never know what would happen. It can bounce. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and so light.
For some reason, I thought the door would not break through.
What's this?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Give me the tip. By the arrow itself, it is clear that it has gone this far. Basically, not bad. Reloading it. And 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Apparently the tip flew into the saloon.
Look, I'm holding my finger.
Uh-huh.
That's clearly less. The most interesting thing is that the tip flew away from the impact. If an arrow flew into an unprotected door that much, now it flew in that much.
Clear difference.
Well, actually, yes, that is, if it gives a velocity. Well, finally, move on to heavy artillery. Oh, shoot! How cool is that? Ah! Whoa!
Oh.
It was an undefended side. We'll hit the protected one. I don't get it. Wait, I don't get it.
Crashed.
It's funny stuff. Now the window.
What?
What the hell? It's fine?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Look, it's really fine.
Now it's broken. Ugh. Listen, well, this side goes harder. I can do this, just goes flat. I'll tell you that for real. Ugh. Whew. So, well, if you compare it both sides, roughly.
This one looks a little worse, in my opinion.
Are you sure it's not damaged?
The side of the car that's not painted is not broken at all.
These dents, they depend on the fact that there's metal here. It is, well, like foil, basically, on the car. If you hit it with your hand like this, it will bend.
One of the main advantages is that after the hit, the car will not be scratched, most likely. This is a very good trampoline. Glass isn't breaking yet, is it? It really is a trampoline. Wow.
And this thing too.
So, the funny thing is that this paint is for the car to protect the car, but it works better on the door, on the watermelon, on an egg, and so on. In short, these objects become more impenetrable and the car with it in general, some kind of crap happens to it. The most interesting thing is that the paint is quite thick. Here, the layer is twice as thick as what we used on the door. Wait, now we'll throw off twice the weight. I will throw it onto the trunk and on the protected part and the unprotected part. Let's see and compare what will happen. Maybe there'll be something cool. We'll find out. 1, 2, 3. Apparently, this side was flattened out. And that side, the protected one, did as well. But let's throw it again. I'll try to throw it straight at the unprotected one. Maybe we'll see much harder and stronger damage. I don't know how to comment on this, to be honest. Attempt number 2. 1, 2, 3.
Wow!
Wow! Great hit!
Well, there really is a difference.
Well, yeah, the unprotected part has survived. So attempt number 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow.
Of course, I'm not an expert. It seems to me that this is harder. Roma, is it harder?
Yeah, it's bigger.
Look, the paint works, but for some reason on a car it works very bad. Shoot, guys. I think there's a real difference here. Of course, we throw it at different parts of the car, but obviously it won't work to throw it at the same place. It seems to be that you can see much better through the monitor screen, and it's more clear whether there's a difference or not. Well, here it seems to me it's clearly harder. At least there's a scratch here. And here, you can wipe it like this. Yes, it was definitely tough. Let's move on to the pickaxe. This is real heavy artillery. Not so easy. We have made the first hole. Let's see the protected part. Well, I got in.
Just look at the hole here and then the one over there.
So, let's hit it here. And from the side, with the same force. Whoa, you saw it now, didn't you?
Yeah?
Listen, but she's holding back right now. Listen, well, it's holding back. Well, it went straight in, didn't it?
Well, it's glass.
Oh, yeah, glass is not doing great. Well, sorry, it fell off. Check from the side to see what force I hit it with, so it's the same.
Come on.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, well, obviously you can feel the difference.
If the car was made of wood, I think it would be like sarcophagus. You know, like armored car is safe. So let's hit the trunk. Well, right away.
Somehow that was easy.
Come here. Well, I hit it. Look, I can't figure out what's going on. Why is the metal so thin? Come on.
I didn't think you'd get through that.
So, it's very interesting to find out how the bumper will be. Maybe let's beat it with this thing right here.
Let's go.
Purely for fun, right? It was much more difficult than me hitting the trunk, obviously. In short, the object itself still springs slightly. It turns out even harder. If the metal would not have deformed, it would be like, it would be a bend and bend. And plus, if we add some more paint, it would be a very scary thing. Look, there's practically nothing left of the car. Well, just the glass. Absolutely nothing. Basically, we have the whole roof. And now we'll throw something on it. The most attentive ones remember that I spoke about an anvil weighing 100 kilograms, and we have it here. Now I'll find out what happened to the car in general. That's scary. It's the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. Ready? Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's scary. Let's go.
1,
Wait.
2.
Whoa! Whoa!
Dude, it cut a piece off here.
Wow, you need to make a second attempt, as it turns out.
It turns out that I do.
It's not okay.
Oh, scary. Oh, that's scary.
Huh?
Well, let's go, huh?
Come on.
Whoa!
I think it's clear.
More than. Screw it, I'll tell you that. Just go crazy. Wow. Wow.
Metal, it broke here and here, but more or less everything did hold back.
Well, apparently the impenetrable paint didn't withstand the anvil.
This is the most important thing, guys. We're generally in shock. Actually, we do not understand how to comment on all of this at all. I don't even know. It's just a car. It's like foil, as it turned out. The anvil was there to break through the roof. It was kind of sort of like just crushed it seriously. That is, of course, impenetrable paint cannot contain it. It goes without saying. But here's the roof. For some reason, it broke through exactly the same place where there's no paint. I don't know how to explain it, but here it is. This video where I don't even know what to say, because you see, we're not manufacturing this paint. We're not advertising it. We're independent expert. We're just wondering what's gonna happen. It was very, very, very tough. All I can say is that this is not all. This car has not yet fully survived, but we have prepared for it. In short, there are huge tongues in the metal warehouse, something that can cut through metal. What do you think will happen if we try to break through the car with it? How will the paint behave? We will find out for you right now. We have moved to a metal warehouse, and now we'll do something very tough with this car. I present to you the Attention Grabber. It's like a toy gripper thing, only on a larger scale. The guy suggested to grab this car, lift it as high as possible, and throw it from a really high distance. I'm very interested to know how the paint will behave in such conditions. Well, then we'll do something way more interesting afterwards. But first, we'll throw it. Whoa! Yo! For some reason, I thought, ugh! The funny thing is, look, something is flowing from it. Something red. Some juice. Ooh. This is the first car I bought in my life, and here's what is happening to it now.
It looks just like a piece of foil.
This grabber, it doesn't even feel it. You know, it seems to be holding some kind of a toy. Yes, it's holding it. It's cool.
Yeah, just steering it.
Just like a toy, right? Oh my!
fiasco.
Listen, well, this is actually insane. The wheel exploded. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Nevertheless, it doesn't even tense up. Like, it's crazy, right?
It's so easy for it.
That's it.
Where's the car? Well, the first thing that catches my eye is a piece of the pane of glass. Here, the glass is crumbled, and here, actually, it is okay. I don't even know which way to go. Where's the bottom? Look, it has scratched all over it. That is, somewhere here it got damaged a little. Well, it's just so strong. The car, of course, did not survive. The funny thing is, moreover, they were trying to understand a pile of metal whether the paint helped the car after all, or whether it somehow was safe from hits.
I think it's pointless, like for sure.
This is a fiasco. This is definitely a fiasco. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel. We did all of this just for you. Thank you very much for watching. Whew. Goodbye.